hard to bet against Canelo. It's hard to bet against Canelo. So I'm very excited.
Andrew Tate made a bold statement, throwing his support behind Canelo Alvarez over Terence Crawford and issuing a strong warning that sent shockwaves through the boxing world. His comments ignited intense debate about Crawford's chances, with many questioning if he's truly prepared for the challenge. Boxing legend Julio Cesar Chavez reinforced Tate's claim, outright dismissing Crawford's odds against the Mexican powerhouse. Canelo will knock him out in 6 or 7 rounds, Chavez stated. Crawford is a great fighter, but weight classes exist for a reason. His words hit hard, echoing a belief shared by many. Crawford is stepping into dangerous territory. While Crawford's skill set is undeniable, Chavez emphasized that raw talent alone won't overcome the laws of physics.
Canelo wipes the floor with him. I love Crawford. I told you when Crawford and Spence that Crawford would beat the hell out of him, but Canelo is a different proposition. It's an interesting fight, but I think there's only one winner. Canelo is used to fighting at a particular level, and and I don't think that Terence can hurt Canelo, but Canelo can hurt.
Canelo's size, power, and experience could simply be too much for the welterweight star to handle. This fight, Chavez warned, isn't just about skill, it's about survival. Even veteran boxing promoter Bob Arum, who has supported Crawford for years, weighed in. While he acknowledged Crawford's dominance over Errol Spence Jr., he made it clear that stepping up to face Canelo is a completely different challenge. The doubts continue to mount, raising the question, is Crawford biting off more than he can chew?
Honest opinion is I think he's going to be too small. Canelo is still Canelo, I think Crawford is probably #1 pound for pound. But what pound for pound means if they were all in the same weight class. They are not in the same weight class. 147 to, he just moved up, right? I can still say he just moved up from 147 to 168. There are weight classes for a reason. Now, if they were in the same weight class, then it's a different story. It'll be a way more competitive fight, but they're not. You know what I mean?
Bob Arum believes Canelo's power, size, and experience give him a clear advantage. He argues that while Crawford is undeniably skilled, he won't be able to hurt Canelo the way he did against smaller opponents. Meanwhile, Canelo has all the tools to break Crawford down. According to Arum, there's only one outcome: Canelo dominates. The message from some of boxing's biggest voices is becoming undeniable. Crawford is facing an uphill battle. Though many see Crawford as the underdog, Canelo himself views this fight as something much bigger. He's not just focused on size and power, he sees history in the making. A showdown between two dominant champions at the peak of their careers is what excites him. This isn't just another fight. It's about legacy, greatness, and proving who truly stands above the rest, Canelo stated. Just look at what he's accomplished, and just look at what I've accomplished. Imagine two fighters with that level of success. It's huge. Canelo understands the magnitude of this matchup and isn't underestimating Crawford. He respects what the undefeated American has achieved, but respect doesn't mean hesitation. The Mexican superstar is stepping into this fight with full confidence, knowing that his experience against bigger opponents gives him the edge. While others debate weight and power.
That is the obvious advantage of the bigger man who's very experienced, who's been a world champion a long time, Canelo, tremendous fighter. You can look at him and, say, with all his experience, his skill sets, his resume of fighters that he's fought, champions, everything, that with his size, he's gonna have the advantage. He's bigger, he's stronger.
He sees something greater, a defining moment in boxing history. As anticipation for Canelo versus Crawford builds, the fight is already making headlines before a single punch has been thrown. Reports suggest this mega showdown could be the first event under the newly announced TKO-SL partnership, with Turkey's Turki Al Sheikh and UFC president Dana White involved. If true, the The stakes are higher than ever. A fight of this magnitude deserves a grand stage, and Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas could be the perfect battleground. This isn't just a fight. It's the start of a new era in boxing promotions. If Dana White and Turki Alalshik are backing the event, it could shake up the sport, introducing a fresh approach to high-profile boxing matches. While traditional promoters might not be thrilled, fans could be in for a spectacle unlike any other. Canelo versus Crawford isn't just about two elite fighters. It's about redefining how the biggest fights are made and marketed.
Honestly, if anybody could jump up in weight classes and do it, it's Terence Crawford. I don't know nobody who is mentally as strong as Terence Crawford, so I can't wait.
Amid speculation about the promotional side of the fight, veteran boxing reporter Dan Rafael has provided insight into what's really happening behind the scenes.
You know, he's experienced too. He's been a champion too. He can wind up where the other guy could be too strong and too powerful. He could be too fast, too slick. And he's also shown that he carries power.
Unlike his past partnerships with Matchroom, Golden Boy, and PBC, Canelo is now operating under a unique deal influenced by Saudi Arabia and Turkey's backing. Turkey has a 4-fight deal with Canelo Alvarez, Rafael revealed. He doesn't have an official promoter like before, no long-term ties to a single company. Canelo has the freedom to choose his biggest fights, and that freedom led to this mega clash with Crawford.
That's a more fight that a lot of people will say, no, Teddy, he didn't carry his power to the 154-pound class. Now he's going up even another one to 168. You know, how are you going to reconcile that? Again, he wasn't really able to catch Matchroom, who was much better than people gave credit for, having only 10 fights with his amateur background. They didn't understand how crafty he was. He wasn't able to catch him real clean. But again, it's not going to come down to power. If the smaller man's to win this fight, he's going to negate the power of the big.
Crawford, known for his technical brilliance and ability to adjust mid-fight, is taking the biggest risk of his career. Meanwhile, Canelo has fought elite opponents across multiple weight classes and knows what it takes to win at the highest level. This is a true battle of champions. Rafael added, Dana White will be running events for this unnamed company that Turkey and the Saudis are backing. With Saudi support and Dana White's involvement, the fight's promotion is guaranteed to be on a grand scale, and Las Vegas is likely to host. It's a spectacle fitting for such a high-stakes showdown. However, all the hype, marketing, and build-up won't matter when the first bell rings. When it comes down to power, precision, and heart, Canelo's ability to walk down opponents and wear them out could be his biggest weapon, while Crawford's elite movement and counterpunching might be the key to an upset. I've been hearing rumblings that in the end, the TKO-backed company will likely promote the fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez in September, Rafael reported. But regardless of the final promotional details, what truly matters is what happens inside the ring. This fight isn't just about weight classes or business shifts. It's about two of the greatest fighters of this era colliding for supremacy. If Canelo wins, he solidifies his reign as an all-time great. If Crawford pulls off the upset, it would be a legendary feat that cements him as a generational talent. The boxing world is ready.